Hello, everybody. Welcome. This will be episode one of UpFam Mixer, and here we have our very much renowned guest of Lambda Mega Sorority Incorporated. Okay,
Hello. Thank you for having us.
no, thank you guys for coming. So, you know, as anybody that may not know, these ladies have performed for the past year, So You Think You Show 2026 and recently at Rutgers University in New Brunswick. And these ladies went home with $1,000 to go to their charity of choice. So that's very great. Okay.
So why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? Let's go clockwise. I know we have one more guest waiting back there. There she goes. Okay, my name is Ivan. I'm from Lambda Sigma Upsilon, Emperadores chapter, Kean University, and I pledged in spring '96.
Nice. So it'll be okay. And hello everybody. My name is Michael Collado. I'm pledged at the Taino chapter in cross semester of spring 2025. So relatively new. All right. And then
Hello, everyone. My name is Nayeli Martinez. I'm a proud sister of Lambda Mega Sorority Incorporated and a proud member of the National Performance Team Tidal Wave. I am from the King University Delta Quantics chapter.
I'll go next. Hi everyone. My name is Sohini. I'm also a proud sister of Lambda Tau Omega Sorority Incorporated. I crossed Spring 23 at our Leonine Theta chapter at Rutgers University, New Brunswick. Also a proud member of Tidal Wave.
Hello. Okay, hi. I will say sidebar. I don't know why, but my device is discriminating against Mikey. I can't hear him, only specifically him. Don't know what's that about. But I am Nayeli Morales. I crossed at King University, Delta Quantics chapter, Fall 21, also proud member of Tidal Wave and Lambda Omega Sorority Incorporated.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I also crossed at the Kane University Delta Quantics chapter and I crossed fall 2023. And I am also a member of our national performance team, Tidal Wave.
so before we get into it, am I still like you can't hear me, Nayeli? Nothing? Okay. So all right. I don't know if it's maybe I should fix it by my audio. I'm gonna see if I can connect and
We
come
can hear you
back.
clearly. Everybody else can hear you clearly.
She said she's gonna
Right?
leave and come back.
Okay.
The rest of us can hear you though.
Nice. All right. So it's been a pleasure for you ladies to join us. Thank you for taking the time to talk more about you guys, where you guys come from, where your organization has started from, and just kind of get a good mix on like how you guys prepared for this big event of So You Think You Can Stroll. All right.
All right. So a little bit
So,
about. Oh, I'm so sorry.
no, yeah. So basically, I mean, if you want to talk more, we're just gonna go about the brief history of the Lambda Town Mega Sorority Incorporated. Just
It's
kind
her
of dated
story.
back.
Her story.
Yeah. Let's hear. Let's hear it. Let's hear the her story.
Of course, of course. So we were founded October 9th, 1988, Montclair State College, now Montclair State University, by 16 enchanting, independent, strong women that wanted to have a space for women that they can come together and celebrate all diversity, women of all races, colors, and shapes. Um, Honestly, I might give the whole spiel. Our colors are royal blue and light gray. Our mascot is the enchanting mermaids. We pride ourselves in raising awareness for the welfare of children. So chapters across the organization have a specific cause that they fundraise for. Um, and yeah, that's a little bit about our organization.
Everything good, Nayeli?
Yes.
Nice.
Yay!
Perfect.
Nice. That's good. So yeah, so basically we were just kind of going over the brief history of Lambda Town Megasort Incorporated. If you want to add on to anything as well, you could.
um, I'm not really sure what she said, but if she included woman empowerment and multiculturalism in there, those are two of my
Yep,
Yes.
the
favorite
biggest
things.
one. Yep,
I guess those are also my favorite things. I love inclusivity and just like everything that we stand for. We really just feel like that's one of like the biggest pillars is just creating like that network where women and also like anyone, colors, shapes, sizes, everyone can just feel confident to thrive in. So just creating that environment and then obviously aiding in the children for awareness in all spectrums. In a sense, we try to like go with our chapters with as many different causes that we can relating to children because there's just so many truly. So just like going into that. But yeah, I'm sure she said some good stuff.
nice. Okay, I love that. All right. Anything you want to add, Sohini, as well, or
I
pretty
mean,
much?
see, they
Good.
added, they basically gave the whole her story,
Yeah.
so I don't have much to add.
Okay. Nice. This is kind of like a sidetrack. What would you say kind of pretty much interested you into the organization and kind of like brought you into the organization?
I can get the ball rolling. So for me specifically, I've always been a girl's girl. I wanted to be surrounded by empowered women, uplifting each other, especially in the world that we live in. We got to stick together and really support each other in different stages of life. So I was honestly looking for a sisterhood. And honestly, with my career line, I'm a speech therapist. So I work with children. The philanthropy itself just kind of hooked me in. And it's like, this is what I want to um, stand alongside as well.
Nice. Nice. Love that. Anybody else?
I can piggyback a little bit off of that. Well, I was an international student, so I came from Ecuador, and for me, I also went to an international school, so all my friends were different ethnicities. So, like my guy best friend, he was from Jordan. My best friends were from South Korea. Like I was always surrounded by so many cultures, and I feel like that was such a big part of my life. So when LTO like pulled up and talked to me, and I met so many sisters from so many different like areas, and I learned of so many different cultures that I hadn't even experienced before. Like Central America is a big one for me because I really like being born in Ecuador. I didn't really know much about Central America, so I found out a lot about that from a lot of the sisters. And yeah, that was like one of the biggest things. And then also women empowerment. Ironically enough, I feel like my dad is one of the biggest reasons why women empowerment is so important for me, but in a good way. He literally always like instilled in me just like woman independence and how like I have to be able to have like sustainability for myself and then just being, but obviously like in connection with everyone. And yeah, so I would say like those things really like drove me to the organization.
That's great. That's great.
Maybe next of a little bit. Obviously, I'm not from Kane. I'm from Rutgers, New Brunswick. I did pledge as a freshman spring semester. I'm sure Mikey can relate a little bit. I'm from Clifton, up North Jersey, so my town is pretty diverse. So coming into Rutgers was just like a larger scale of like the town I already grew up in, and like especially at a big school like Rutgers, like it's very hard to not very hard. It's easy to feel lost, and I was looking for a sense of like community. At first, I was not interested in Greek life at all, which is crazy. And then there was like little things that kind of spoke out to me here and there, and then I did come across LTO, and I just like vibes were there. I was like, these are my people. I love the Merms. Went to a few events. I talked to so many sisters, and honestly, I was like, you know, these are like people I want to surround myself self with, and like the whole idea behind women empowerment and just also like networking career wise as well. I just like have seen so many success stories in LTO, so that's also another thing that drew me in, and since then I've grown such like love in a community at Rutgers, and I've met so many people, including Mikey. So yeah, and that led me here to Tidal Wave as well because my love of dancing, and I was like, okay, I like where this is going.
And I'm in the background. I'm playing some of the reels from your national Instagram, just to give everybody some context in the chat. Shout out to Lily, who says yes, Merms. What chapter is Lily from?
Sequin Soror, my chapter sister from Leonine
Yep.
Theta.
Shout out my fans. Shout out Sans. Shout out Sans. But yeah, all right. So Jasmine, I don't know if you've been hearing, but we were kind of going over the brief history of Lambda Town Megazord Incorporated, and I don't know if you want to talk more about that. But the main question was, what kind of brought you into the organization, or like kind of interested you in general?
Well, I went to Kane for my entire like undergrad, and I was never really, not that I wasn't interested, I just wasn't familiar with what Greek life really was. Um, I never had heard of anything about strolling or anything at all. So I made friends with someone that was in a fraternity, and he kind of invited me to a Meet the Greeks, and I saw the Merms performing. They were actually performing as I was walking in, and I immediately saw them, and I was like in love. Oh my God, I know it sounds corny, but like I was so infatuated by them strolling and their performance and everything. So I went to the table, and they were super nice, invited me to an informational, and then I just felt at home at the first informational that I went to. And then I did my research on everything, but nothing really felt quite like how I felt when I walked into a room with the sisters that I was with that day. So yeah.
I'd love to hear more of you guys' story more, but kind of breathing into like the next question, I would say a lot of you guys were very interested in like the strolling before being uh, a sister, right? So what kind of made you interested? Was it to join? Was it the strolling, or what? Do you guys love to dance? Like, tell me more about that.
So I have actually always been a stage kind of person. I've done dancing from middle school, high school. I was in the dance team at the that perform like during half times at football games. So I've always loved being in the like as the spotlight. And I love to really be creative and really catching like the audience attention and making them enjoy the performance as well. So when I actually didn't know much about Greek life before like I met LTO and everything. So when I saw this something that they incorporated, it just really stuck with me. I was like, okay, this is something that I can definitely use to be able to I guess represent the organization to the best possible image. So like I was once I found out, I did my research and everything, I was like, yes, this is something that I've always wanted to do. So yeah. But I know Nayeli, I know that you had a different experience in regards to Shirley.
Yeah. Well, I basically crossed, and I really wasn't too interested in strolling. Like realistically, strolling really wasn't like it wasn't at all a part of like why I joined LTO, to be completely like transparent. But I was like recruitment chair. I was recruitment chair, and I mean I love dancing overall, but more like I like dancing like vibing to like with people and like music and stuff, but not necessarily like synchronized. I did ballet and aerial silks myself like when I was like younger, but nothing like performance wise like in that sense. But I was recruitment chair, and I am more of like a strategic human, and I knew where we needed more of, especially presence in campus. And I was the one that was on campus a lot of the time. So Kane loves to have a barbecue outside. They love to have events, and they literally are like the DJs basically they're just Greeks dance. So I just like kind of had to like lock in, and I told my LS, you know what? Teach me a stroll. Granted, she's taught me the hardest stroll first for some type of reason. I will say, like, it was a crazy random stroll for her to start teaching me. But I basically talked to Nayeli because she was a natural. Like, my girl was doing rock my hips, like, 5 seconds after her thing was going, like, to be fair. But me, I just like had no interest because I was more like business oriented and like, oh, like we need to get things done type of like situation. But I saw the need and it was a part of it. Realistically, it's really good exposure in sense of just like being able to like be there. But then I also just found joy in it too because I just love hanging out with my sisters. And it was like another way to do that. And I just started finding joy in it. And that's kind of where I just like stuck. But yeah,
Now, do you guys name your strolls?
me too. Me too.
If not, I
So what
fear
would be?
everyone will be like, which one are we doing?
Yeah.
You just
All
hear
right.
So what
them
would you
like
guys
it's
say
from
is
a
your
stroll.
favorite one?
Ooh.
What would be your favorite one in that case? The
Hmm.
one that you can like, if a song come on, like yo, like I'm on that, like I'm on the floor, like I'm dancing, I'm strolling.
Question.
There's just too many. For me, there's just too many.
I feel like it
But
depends on the vibe.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really depends on the mood. Like if I'm feeling energetic, like a Jersey Club will definitely do it for me. But
Yeah, you guys
sometimes,
do have a good one, a good Jersey Club. Yeah.
I mean, I may be biased. I am a big fan of our chapter stroll. So
Right. It's like you almost
the
have to say Delta.
Hot
Delta,
sauce.
like wow.
You know the song Hot Sauce, you know what the worms are doing.
Yeah, you better
Oh,
make some way for us. We're gonna be traveling a little bit.
yeah.
So that's the song that you guys. That's the main song that gets everybody going.
I would
I mean,
say
I feel like it
yeah.
gets all the Greeks going. Oh wait,
Yeah, you
hot
see
sauce,
everybody.
the remix. You know that one? Da, 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 da. No,
Yeah, that's
don't
really
make
the
me
one.
sing it for you.
I'm
That's
not
like me,
singing.
cause I
Yeah,
will.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just kidding.
start strolling. That's funny. Well, okay. No, yeah, Jersey Club is always a good one for a lot of the Greeks, especially in Jersey,
Hmm.
as you know, that's they want to make sure they look good because you know that's gonna be at every punch out, at every event. You got to be
1000%.
looking sharp. So that's nice. Yeah, I would say. I mean, for me, strolling kind of was kind of the same way, Nayeli. Like I didn't really think I love dancing, but like obviously I didn't really think to be the ones to always ones to stroll and like at our campus. I know we have a lot of brothers that do stroll, but there's also those that is like the recruitment chair, and I kind of started off as that. But then I like even my line brothers they love to stroll, so I kind of been the last one to get more in the mix of it. But that's great though.
Mikey, that kind of surprises me considering you were in Bachata Club before.
But
I
it's
know,
different.
right? I never
Yeah.
really like
In
the
Bachatero.
stroll practicing and stuff. Like I started about Chata Club, but then I don't know. I feel like it's more. I had to really lock in with strolls because our strolls is kind of more like we're just always moving and
No,
like it's crazy. The
no,
hyper
Right.
strolling
pumps.
and dancing are like two different beasts. Like you might think, oh, you can just hop in.
Yeah,
Like, not listen. Strolling has its own little criteria to
exactly.
just.
Definitely
It's a all
more
different
different than like
category.
freestyle. Yeah, it's more what is organized. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
just feel like I mean when
nationally,
I love to freestyle too, yeah. But sorry to cut you off, Ivan. It's like you said, freestyle. You just like think on the spot. It's strolling. You really gotta like practice and look the best you can, because obviously there's a way to do the stroll. But you can keep going, Ivan.
yeah, so obviously I've been out of the game for a little bit, you know, but see, like our organization, when a song like Poison comes on, everybody knows we're gonna stroll. You know, we got Poison, and then we got the Meek Mill, Rose Red. Those are the two
Yeah.
songs. What song is that for LTO?
I mean, does rock my
Can you
hips
guess?
count? Does rock my hips count?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a staple. Like you know that it's just that's what you guys. We know you guys are gonna be on the floor dancing and strolling for Rocket Hips. Yeah. Is there any other song you would say like kind of be in that same category though? I
I
don't
would
really,
say honestly
cause like
independent, not to be, on the woman empowerment, but it's just such a,
yeah,
I guess, I like an attitude kind of song. So it just really makes you pop out. Like, okay, you're here, you're present. Make way.
I feel
yeah,
like another one that we do a lot, that kind of gets nerves going is Cuatro K by El Alfa. We
okay,
have like a few different strolls that go to the song, but like they're all like energetic, like we're here.
yeah. I feel like I think I have seen one of those shows that you have done to Kotoka. That's a good one. Um, That one's pretty like upbeat. But yeah, so like now let's talk more about so tidal wave. Let's talk more about tidal wave, right? I know that's you guys' national team. So have you ever thought about being a part of your national team like that? Like when you join the organization, like I know that must be something very much intense as well because you guys are like the top of the top, you know?
Thank you. That's actually very kind of you to say. So actually, I've been part of the team since I was a neo. So I've been at it for a couple years. I my path to the strolling team has been a pretty straight path. I would say, like performing, dancing, organization, sold. So it was pretty much. I knew what I was gonna do.
Okay.
I feel like for me, after I crossed, like since I crossed in spring, all of summer, even some of my girlies here can tell you, I was out and like, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? So like through me doing that, they've like seen me grow strolling, and I've also just like been part and invited to do a lot of performances. And from there, I will say like both Nayelis were kind of like, hey, you should try out for the team, and I was like, maybe I'll wait till after graduation, but they kind of caught me what was it, like sophomore year, to try out. So I was like, okay, why not? And now I'm here. So I've had a love of dancing, so like strolling came very naturally to me. So I feel like when I saw that we had a national team, I was like, you know what, like why not, let me try out.
Yeah, of course. How's the is there any history behind the national team? Like when was it like formed in general? If you could talk more about that as well.
Yes, sure. So we have a long history of our national team. So we actually were two separate entities a couple years like in the early 2000s. And then as we had a step and strolling team, and then as with time we became one entity around 2017. A group of sisters got together and gave birth to the national performance team. So that means that to be a member, like now you have to have like the more like I guess like the full package in the sense like being able to step, stroll, like just overall performance.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's nice.
Hmm.
How would you say like the practices for you guys would be? Is pretty much intense. How is that? Because now the next question will probably be turning more into like the competition itself. I want to learn like how exactly you guys got to look as sharp as you did on stage. Yeah.
Now you're trying to know the tips and tricks.
Listen, I'm relatively new to strolling, so like even I just love to see strolling in general, and especially with the competition itself. Like that was a very it opened my eyes, not just being the host of it, but like every song. It seemed like pretty much every organization was like prepared for the song. So and yeah, pretty much that.
Um, I would say that in terms of like our practices, we have a lot of personality in the team. I would say like a lot of personality. So um we we do a lot. We have fun. We have fun. We really do. In terms of like it being like strict, like I would say it's more of like sure we have fun, but we're not leaving until it's done. So we can have fun, but that's kind of like our own like situation where if we're here till 3 a.m., we maybe had a little too much fun, but it's gonna get done one way or another. I will say I feel like it's literally like our strength and weakness at the same time because maybe we might be sleep deprived at some point, but we there's just like so much fun into like how we're like doing stuff, and I feel like that's really what makes our performances like what they are is like we truly like each other. um and that comes with a little bit of like distraction, I would say, but we lock in and we make sure everything gets done. So it's kind of just like the way that you decide to live life, I guess. But we know that until like it's perfect, like we're not going home. So it's kind of a choice.
Just to add to that, I will say, depending on like, because obviously we do have like our planning retreats as well each semester. So it depends on like what season we're in, like what competitions or performances that we commit to, in terms of like practices. But as Nayeli said, like we do have our personality. So I will say like our team, we definitely have a really good dynamic. We all get along very well. Ideas flow all the time. Obviously we also butt heads like a normal project group, but because we work so well together, like we can accomplish a lot. And yeah, like, you know, sometimes we're like, hey, we kind of got this locked and loaded, and, you know, we gonna perform and we do what we gotta do.
Great, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much I would say practice in general. Especially when you're with a group of people that you have so much love for, like just so much connection, like the relationship is just high. Like there's gonna be times where you guys gonna be hanging out and think it's hang out, but obviously you're there for a reason. So I don't know if you guys play any sports and growing up, but that's kind of like I always thought, especially with strolling in general, it kind of reminds me of like as a sport, just because you're practicing obviously to look good, and you're practicing for like competitions, events, so it just goes hand in hand. So I don't know if you guys played any sports growing up in general, no? But
I
yeah,
used to
that's kind of
do
like I thought about.
volleyball and track and field. That's it. But don't
Oh,
ask me if I'm good at it. I just did them.
okay. Yeah, no, but like it's kind of like the experience. I feel like that kind of gained more experience for you, especially when it came to strolling. But nice. Um, but yeah, so like tidal wave, you guys been pretty much. What type of have you guys been at any other like competitions as well? Like I know at other schools, you guys probably how does like the team kind of form when it comes to like these competitions? Is it like pretty much if majority of you guys are like available, you kind of see like throughout there? Is that how it goes?
Most definitely, yeah. Availability is a big one because if we're not available, we really can't
Yeah,
show out. And then it makes also like what the theme is. Like we also like, is that something that we're interested in putting out? Because is it going to be our time and energy? So it has to be something that we are also excited to be a part of. Just because also that drives motivation to actually do really good and just like put on a really really entertaining performance. So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's nice.
I feel like
What would
another
you
thing as
say?
well. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, sorry. Keep
No,
going,
you're good.
Sandy.
I feel like we can all kind of attest to this, that every school's Greek life slash campus has its own vibe. So according to that, we'll kind of like pick our performance accordingly to see like, okay, like what is more of like the demographic at this school, or like are these high vibes, are these kind of like serious vibes? I don't know if that's like a good explanation of it, but it just depends on the campus that we're going to and performing on in terms of us like putting together our performance.
And just to piggyback off that, I would say that the information that we get and like not how lengthy it is, but how like you can tell when someone hosting a competition really wants to make it happen. So for us, that's probably one of our biggest things. It's like what we're receiving, because that's all we can work with. So if I can make a decision based of like a package that is given to me, then it's easy to just talk availability and like what's like our passion going into that. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things, because I do think that most competitions that like don't end up happening, like at this point, I feel like I can read an email and I'll know if we don't even have to talk about it, because it's not gonna happen. So truly, like it just comes down to just like seeing how much work was like put into that, because we know that we're gonna put our work into it as well. So we kind of need it there to match. I'm like, you're getting the entry fees, so at least like give me a good rubric or something, you know? So it's just like, yeah, I'm saying. But yeah.
Jasmine, welcome back. We finally got you.
Yay,
I had
Jasmine.
to change locations. It just didn't want me to be in my room, but I think we're good now. I don't think it's gonna boot me out again, hopefully.
Yeah,
So
that,
tell us
that's
what got you
definitely nice.
interested in strolling.
So ever since I crossed, I always knew it was something that I wanted to do. I would say I don't think I was the best at it initially. I had to definitely, work my way up. But I don't know, working with the girls, like especially the girls on the team, like they've actually helped me enhance my style and like figure out what works for me so well. And I've always seen them strolling and I was like, oh my God, like they look so cool and everything. And I saw other orgs and how like they can like unify when they like get into like a stroll line. I thought it was always something so cool. Even though I did need to like sit myself down and like tap myself out of some situations where I was like, maybe I shouldn't be joining this line, even though I really, really wanted to. I figured that after like I actually worked on it and practiced on it, it's like something that I really love doing now. Um, and yeah, it's also a way that I bond with like like we bond so well, especially like when we're oh my God, when we're in a stroll line and I'm like with my sister, like I just feel so like they know like whenever we see like a video of us and everything, like I just get so proud to be like strolling with them. And yeah, I would just say like what got me into it was really like just bonding with them and seeing like the end product of it, I guess. Yeah.
We become our own fans, is what Jasmine is saying.
In like a less cocky way, yeah.
Yeah. We're like, yes, we love our hard work. We look great. Awesome, guys.
I know when those videos come out, it's like, oh my God, how do we look? Oh my God, we actually did good. That's so nice. But yeah, I love that. Okay, so yeah, with the team, I know you guys said like the team is very much. Oh, I love this video, but the team is like your relationship with the team is just it pretty much just boosts up the energy. We were just saying like how is it like pretty much the practices kind of just helped you get to like this moment that like would you say like as a stroller that you are now. Um, and with the team for So You Think You Can Stroll, like, how was the mindset in going into that competition? I know you guys um competed the last year, 2025. So I know you guys had a good kind of introduction to it. But for this year, what was the kind of approach for that team?
Yeah, no, definitely being a part of it the year before helped us learn a lot of lessons of what worked and what didn't work. So we really did appreciate the experience that we had prior. Um, when it came to putting the team together, of course, obviously who's comfortable being on stage, who's able to, have something unexpected thrown at them and still being able to bounce back from it because in this event you really can only plan so much, and everything else is pretty unknown. Honestly, being able to like keep that energy level, that was something that we also prioritize, and just stage presence, because when other people see that you're having fun, then they're having fun too. That's some of like the key components when it comes to like forming the team and the dynamic as well. Like, are we really, we're performing, but are we interacting with each other? Are we actually feeling each other out, our energy? And yeah, I don't know if anybody else wants to add. I think.
I would just say we already knew that everybody going into this competition was going to be bringing their all, and they did. Like everybody was amazing, so we knew that like we had to like coordinate our practices in a way to like really just make sure that our energy and everything was to par because we knew that nobody came to like play this year, especially seeing how like well everybody did the year before. So yeah.
I would. Oh, I'm sorry, but just like my 2 cents would be that just like emphasizing what Jasmine said. Um, we knew that they were gonna be good strollers. I feel like at this point we always come to any competition with the knowledge that all the people like competing most of the time, I would hope, I guess, are good strollers. But like, so like 90% of that like will always just be good strollers. So I feel like our thought process going into this was like we're gonna focus on ourselves and just have fun and be like, what can we do to entertain a crowd? Making sure like our sisters like were there for us and just like having that communication with them, as well as just being like, hey, are we entertained by what we put together? And then just making sure all of the energy went into anything that we did on stage, because as they said, there wasn't like too much that you could do aside from like have like a perhaps plan of what could happen on stage. But other than that, it was like do your best once you're up there. So
Now, how intense were the practices for this?
it was very much repeat, repeat, repeat.
Yes,
I would
very,
say.
very repetitive, making sure that you can do it like if your eyes are closed, like you just being able to just there's no room, I guess, for not mistakes, you know, things happen, but just being able to have those things memorized and executed well, make sure that we, you know, we look good, we look synchronized.
No, yeah. I mean, it wasn't no regular competition. I know this kind of put you guys on the spot, and I know like even explaining the rules was like, wow, like I don't know how these organizations are kind of really gonna get it off them. But I kind of see like with the amount of practice that you do. I don't know if you guys practice it like that, but I feel like with my approach will kind of be like just kind of the genres, play the genres, keep playing songs from those genres. And I don't know how if we sent out a playlist like that because I wasn't a part of the production, but that's kind of like I think would be the best. But I'm not one of the best like kind of just talk about it. But yeah, it's pretty cool though. I would say, especially being the host for this event, kind of brought me to more like that it was pretty fun to see you guys just kind of think on the spot as well. Like you guys be on like a little tablets or like the little notebooks. See, oh yeah, this is what we're gonna do for
Official.
this song. This is what we're gonna do for that. Like that was pretty cool. It's like it was pretty cool to see, and I can definitely say like the crowd engagement was very much a good thing because you guys had a lot of sisters in there as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
that's pretty
No,
cool.
definitely the preset list of like genres was like the best way that the closest thing to the actual execution
Yeah,
of like of the program that we actually could guess. So it was like the biggest tool to use.
yeah, I could tell. That's nice. Anybody else would like to talk more about that? I think pretty much the practices definitely were very much intense. I could tell.
At first, like planning wise, like you said, like you mentioned, we did participate the first year. So coming in the second year, like we said, we did have a better idea of it, and like thinking about, okay, how can we like go about this a little bit more strategically than last time. And you guys also like had a little bit more explanation and changed it up a little bit, which we also appreciated. So at first, like the first few weeks planning it was more intense than the rest of them. But like as it got closer to the competition, I'll say like you know, as intense as they were, we were still like having fun, making sure everyone's putting in their own style, all of our energies are matching, and then also thinking about like, okay, like who's competing, how do they usually look when they're performing, and kind of just going like off those little things as well. But yeah, the playlist definitely helped. We were playing that over and over again.
Yeah, just know that if the genre was
Yeah.
90s, we played every single song from the 90s. Every single song.
And I think still we got a speed
True.
that we were not expecting.
Oh yes,
We were
There's always something, some
there's
twister
always
coming
something.
at us.
So
Yeah, DJ
Mike,
Vega had you guys on toes.
did
Oh.
he
we got
did.
that one.
so like the DJ could play whatever from that genre, even if it's not technically a dance song.
Yeah.
You guys got to figure it out.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. At first, I know, like even talking to Sebastian about it, like he he's a pretty good DJ. From I'm being biased, but I don't know if you guys could say it too. So I think he knows a lot of like the songs in that in like different genres. So for him to kind of play around with like the list, I pretty much respect it. Like he's gonna play a good song. And at first, even thinking of like the categories, we were kind of gonna put the most craziest categories in general. Like we were gonna put something like with theme, like character theme songs or whatever,
We were
like cartoon
Why
theme songs.
not? Why
no,
not?
And I
not
So
feel
to
like
not
in
to cut
that,
you off.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
and I feel like in that, I feel like with that is like that would be a crazy genre in general. Like to think about
We
like
have
cartoon theme
suggestions.
songs,
We
right?
have suggestions.
where was Brazilian funk? Is all I
Yeah.
wanna know.
What happened there?
Where was Brazilian
I
funk?
know you guys
But
probably definitely practice a lot with that one.
no, that wasn't part of it. We were hoping that when you guys said that you
Yeah.
added genres, that
Yeah,
you I think it was TV show characters, which we did prepare for, but y'all
Yes.
Yeah.
took out in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
had me
just think
strolling
we
down
thought about it like in
Robin.
a different way. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
will say, I think it was, I don't know what round it was. I don't know if it was like bar music. That I think it was LAU and OPB. I don't know. But the songs ate, and I was not expecting those songs
Yeah.
to be good.
Yeah,
And
right.
I was like, period. Like, I was like,
No, yeah, I mean, prepare maybe for next time when if we do this event. Maybe that might be on the list. But
Maybe
I would say that definitely,
a little poll, send it out, add new genres. I don't know.
yeah, we could. That would be something cool to add. I feel like Brazilian funk definitely
mhm.
would have been something, especially now with the new dance coming out. I feel like that's pretty cool. But but yeah, I think also um leading up to the days of the competition, how would you say like kind of your was there like any emotions coming up or like just any anxiety or nerves that might come across? But I know you guys pretty much do a lot of competition in general. But how would you say like the initial impression of leading up to the days to the event kind of prepared you for it?
I feel like as it usually goes before any performance, which we do talk about here and there, there's always anxiety and nerves no matter how many times you perform. Like it doesn't get any better. Like you just get used to it. But obviously coming into this like the second year, I would say like as stressed as we knew like we were gonna be okay because like you said, as much planning as we can go into it, like we did. But at the end of the day, we're like, listen, we're here to have fun. We're competing for a good cause. Whatever amount of money we go home, it's going to a good cause. But obviously competition day, all of us are like, oh my god, I want it to be over. Or like before every round, like the anxiety spikes again. But once it's over, like, oh my god, that went well.
Yeah, there's always the
Yeah.
imposter syndrome where you're like, did we prepare enough? Oh no, we should have practiced this song. Oh no, this, then that. But honestly, you just gotta show up and just get it done. After that, you only prepare as much as you could. At that point is really out of anybody's control, but letting it go, letting it time pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
How
I
would you
think
say? I
anybody that
mean,
like knows. Sorry, I'm so sorry I cut you off.
no, yeah, no, sorry, Jasmine. You can. You're the guest over here. You can go.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, if anybody like they know, like, we're our like own biggest critics. Oh my god, we're our own biggest critics, and and yeah. So I feel like just leading up to the day of the competition, we were all like, we knew we were gonna put our all into it and our energy into it and everything like that. Um, but yeah, day of, especially because we love to have a Celsius before our competitions, our anxiety and nerves are
Mm.
definitely up there. So yeah.
Celsius sponsor us. Who
That
said
was a
that?
that was a little sponsorship moment right there. That's funny.
Hey.
No. Oh, Nayeli, you're
Yeah,
back. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear again. I don't know why.
yeah.
It's just Mikey too. Like it's literally just Mikey.
Wow, your device does not like me. Wow. But kind of more of a side question. Like I know last year you guys placed second place. So was there like any more like high expectations? Like I could tell like I know the competitors wasn't there from last year, so I know this year was like wow, like I think maybe this year we might have got a shot with it, right? That was kind of the approach as well.
Our mindset was just to make sure that we were as good as we possibly could to take first place regardless. We wanted to put as much of like a worth like a first place worthy performance. That's literally what was in our head. Like, is this good? Is this first place material? So that's kind of like our motivation to do so.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
like this goes for every competition that we do.
Oh,
We don't like obviously as much as we want to win. Like, I wouldn't say that looking at the competition we're gonna win first place. Definitely not. Cause compared to like the first year, like we definitely were surprised both years to see how well like people come out with their team to perform, like their energy and everything compared to like, sometimes like different people are put into different performances across like all orgs. So like some teams do come out of nowhere and we're like, oh, okay, like energy, period. So we kind of also play off of that, like as much as we have an idea of like, okay, like these orgs like do well, these orgs do well in energy and performance style, whatever. So we kind of like placed ourselves in the mindset of like Nayeli said, like put on the best performance we can. And obviously we hope to get first place, but it goes how it goes. So that's what my 2 cents would be.
I just wanted to add one thing. Mikey's over here throwing shots. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I was just gonna say, one thing about like us, I don't think we've ever sat in a practice and really like compared ourselves to another like organization at all by any means. Like, if anything, like we have the most. I think it was SLU that won last year,
Yeah.
right? It was SLU that won last year, and they did great. Like their last song, their energy was up there, and they deserved the win 100%. And this year, we definitely said, "Oh, we're just gonna." Especially because I feel like we've been strolling even longer, like this year together. Our energy completely like meshed since we've been seeing each other literally almost every day during the semester. So I feel like that also played a big part into like our chemistry on stage, and then we were able to showcase that on the day of, and then that's what gave us like the first place. But yeah.
Also, just a sidebar. Um, our team was put together. Obviously, some of our national performance team members, us here. In addition, we did have other sisters from other chapters join us. Some did perform with us the year before. Some were newer, but like we said, we all wanted to match energy. And obviously, there was a cap at how many performers we can have. So I just wanted to add that in for context.
Yeah, and there's always that healthy competition. Like you also learn from the people that are performing. You're like, oh my god, they did really, really well. Because it's okay to want to win, but then there's always that respect that's coming between the orgs. Like we're all putting this work in. We all like rooting for each other regardless of what the outcome is. It's just more of like take it in the chin and just keep it pushing. Like that's all part of the competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it really is like a learning, like even like before like you come to the competition. No, actually like during the competition, you literally are still learning like as you are present there. Like I would say from our first experience for So You Think You Can Stroll, we went first. Right? We were the first people to go. So
Yeah.
we really didn't know what the vibe was. So we were just kind of like, and we always, we're like, oh, we're gonna go look cute on stage and stuff. And then we like noticed like, and like props to SLU, like they had a lot of energy. And they came after us and we were like, oh, okay. So like 110%, got it, let's do it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I will say like you're literally like learning as you're like present in that space at that time. And we were just like, all right, lock in. Because it was so new to us. We didn't really know what to expect. We were just like, oh, I guess we're gonna like stroll. We did that. We're like, oh, okay, cute. And then we're like, okay, energy. And then just like I feel like all the competitors will like get energy from each other at the end of the day and from just the environment overall. And I feel like that mindset of just like being open to like grow literally even as you are in that moment and just like living through it. But also that's kind of what makes it exciting. So
Yeah, we were
it
basically
was
because
fun.
we lost the first round actually that year, and it was just like a whoa, what did we do wrong? And then we had to climb our way back up, and we got to second place. So definitely a learning curve within the competition itself.
Yeah. Now, the day of the competition, as you can see, through the video, the atmosphere was pretty. There was about like over 400 plus attendees in Trey's Hall, and maybe we could have had more people, but just the thought of 400 people watching you guys um, during this competition, and I know a lot of the crowd favorite, not the crowd favorite, but how would I say, like you guys brought in a lot of your own sisters to come support you guys, so you guys had the support through there. How would you say in general the atmosphere was to like compared to like last year's event?
I will say, because I know, I feel like the different venue, it was a different room than last year, right?
It was like a sorry to cut you off. It was like the concept of the room, like the breakdown of the room was a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
way because the stage was towards like the other side. So that's where we had fit less of amount of people, but it was more people standing in that last room setup.
Last setup. No,
Yeah,
yeah. No, it was definitely a little bit like having the experience from before and then having the new one was like a nice little not a nice little show. It was like a shift that we had to get used to. Um and when it came to like just feeding off people's energy, it was just amazing seeing the many people that showed out for us, and we felt so loved from our sisters that they're really taking the time to really come out and support us. And even through the live, there were so many sisters that were tuning in, and we had a sister in North Carolina that was just rooting for us and cheering us on. So it was, you feed off that energy. Like if you know that people are there to support you and they're screaming when you're doing a little move, it just really makes you feel that adrenaline more to really put that well of a performance.
I will say also one more thing about like the atmosphere. I will say that this year I felt like there was a lot more unity between us and the other organizations that were performing as well. We were like the way that we were like lined up to perform, we were right next to the Cussies and they were the nicest people ever. They were like so amazing, loved them. They were hyping us up, we were hyping them up. The OPBs were across the hall, like the other side, and I could see them hyping us up from on the stage. I was hyping them up from on the stage, and I feel like everybody was not even in the like. Of course, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to get first, second, third place. Everybody wants to place at least, and yeah. But like when you take that out, like the amount of love that we got this year, I would say 10 times more than it was last year. I feel like every organization was really there for the vibes for real and just in the moment and just like whether we win or not, like the money's gonna go to a good cause. It's gonna go to charity. So, and I think you guys did something that was really cool this year, which was every single organization took something to their charity. Like nobody left empty-handed, and I thought that that was a really cool concept, and that helped bring the unity even more because nobody left not without anything. So
yeah.
yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, that was definitely a good. And I know the bracket was it was very confusing as well from last year to this year because I know last year you had a second chance. I know you guys said that you had lost your first round. So if it was this year, that's it. It would have been quiet. You guys would have been done. So so it was pretty more pressure. I can understand through that. Like the pressure was rising. You know, so
I will
um
say it was more exhausting though having those multiple rounds, because although
yeah,
we got eliminated and we had to fight through the elimination bracket and then go into the winners bracket, and it was like
that's true. Yeah.
we still, I think they let us take a break one near the end because we had just gone up, and I guess we won that round and it was our turn again, and we were like, please give us a
Yo, hold
second.
on. Espérate.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, that's funny. No, yeah, and then with the bracket, did you guys feel like like did you guys enjoy the bracket? Like how did you guys feel about that?
I love that like even the people online were able to vote.
Yeah,
I think that was so fun. Because everyone in the audience are like, vote for us, whatever
yeah,
it
yeah,
is, whatever org it was. And even like, we got to vote as well. Obviously we'd be biased during our turn.
yeah,
But in terms of the bracket, obviously it's a great idea. I feel like there's no other way to go about this specific event any other way. So obviously the anticipation of like, okay, who's gonna win. But it's a very like organized way to like see it. So props to y'all for planning it that way.
Hmm.
nice,
Um,
nice.
I feel like it was like nice that it still like added a little element of surprise, even though there was a little bit of confusion about it, but it still like made it like fun. I feel like my only thing I was, and this is not even like none of my business, but I felt bad that LTA never used their thing.
Yeah,
I don't even think they really understood, or actually I don't know what they knew, but
Uh,
the fact that they never got to use that, what was
They
it?
got some
it was there
some
was some money in the bank. So the money in the
yeah.
bank went
Yeah, they never
to
cashed
the
out.
yeah, they never could have cashed out, and it was because the organization that had brought the more, supporters. I guess they had brought in more supporters and sisters of them. Could have used that money in the bank to like kind of change the genre or change the song for that specific round. But since they had gotten eliminated first round, it kind of like it was kind of like I don't know if they should have used it to be safe because they went against AKA. I don't know if they like how their approach was to that, but I believe like it sucks because now like they didn't get brought back for the limit for the I forgot what it was called and I'm the host. Wow. Um the elimination thing. Yeah. So
Gone
it
too
sucks
soon?
cuz yeah, the gone too soon vote. Yeah. So I believe damn, you remember that.
I
But
had to
yeah,
look for it. I had to
Listen,
look
we
for
yeah,
it.
memorized the rules.
Yeah, we
right?
We
read through
just
it.
not
Literally.
playing.
Yeah, so like it could go either way because they could have used it first round and just played it safe, but then I guess they were confident enough to just see what happens. But
And
yeah,
that's the thing about these competitions. You think you're coming in and you're like putting your best foot forward, and then they hit you with something, and you're like, "Wait, hold on! Like,
yeah,
what? What happened?"
yeah, I know. So that was that was pretty confusing right there. I know, like as far as to, like the voting aspect, like people online were like, or even people in the crowd was like, "Wait, move, move," because I was like blocking
That
the
was
screen.
me.
I
I
don't
That
know
was
if that's.
remember
it. Was
that.
I
very
Oh my
much
believe it
god.
was
me.
Nayeli. I believe I remember your face just because I remember the person all night. Yo, move, move,
I
move,
was like,
and
in
then
my defense, like I couldn't scan the code.
yeah, I know, and it was very like stressworthy. Like, yo, I don't know when the code is gonna leave. Like, I need it now. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, oh my god, damn, do I just get off the stage? But I was
Just
like, wow,
exiled.
yeah, I was
I
getting
will
exiled.
in terms of the online chat, obviously like we weren't logged in, but like we were kind of debriefing about it after with some sisters that were online. Um obviously between all of us orgs, whoever we're competing, we know it's like a healthy competition. We all cheer each other on whether we win or lose. Um
Mm,
and we did hear there was a little bit of like scuffling in the online chat. So just like maybe recommendation that one of you guys would just monitor the chat.
Yeah.
Like obviously everyone wants to support their org and like shout out their org, but at the same time, like, we don't want to be disrespectful towards anyone. Like even if
yeah,
it's like, even if it is a hard loss, like we do take it with a grain of salt and like we are grateful, but like, other like org members, like wherever they're from, like still be respectful about it and not kind of like bash everyone, because it takes a lot of guts to go on stage and perform itself, but also like in a competition atmosphere it is so much more nerve-wracking. So like, we don't want people to be discouraged, because it is hard to hear that on top of like us
yeah,
already being anxious and nervous. So um just in terms of like the live. But
yeah,
otherwise, we're so glad you guys had a live. It was so fun. Like people were screen recording, sending it to us. Like it was fun.
yeah. I know. Like, I believe I forgot who was controlling the live, but I believe I guess they were just watching the competition and not watching the chat. Maybe we could have just turned off the comments. But but yeah, so that's definitely a good like recommendation for next year. The question is, what do you think about the redhead Dominican hosts? Did I do good up there, guys? Let me know.
Listen, as long as you just move out the way for the scanning, we're good. We're honestly Gucci.
Yeah. No, yeah, I understand that.
Hey,
Next time, if I'm up there again, I definitely would take that as my biggest recommendation.
It's okay. If
wait.
not, I'll remind you one more time. I got you.
She'll
I
be there.
got
I'm
you.
sure
I'll
she'll
be there.
say it.
Yeah. Mm,
Hey, look at the
Wait, how was
picture.
your experience hosting it? Because this
Yeah.
was your first time hosting like a big event like this, right?
yeah, it was. Honestly, like it's very nerve-wracking. Because it definitely like I don't know, it had to keep a composure up there. I didn't know like really what to say. I didn't know if people were gonna like me up there, and hopefully people did enjoy like my energy or my like the atmosphere I gave. And I did like a lot of people, even when we were in chapter talking about who's gonna be the host, like who is gonna really be the host for this event. We wanted to keep it like more known to the face and I'm pretty known like on campus, especially me being new and just me putting people for like chats for like different TikTok videos that I do. So that's different things that I did on campus, and I think I was the most qualified for the being the host. And I kind of like I didn't say my name at all. They were just like, "Yo, Mikey, we need you as the host." And I was like, "Wow, okay. I guess now what do I do next?" So the
Listen, it
day
was
of
fitting.
the
I couldn't have thought of anyone else to have done it this year. So props to you.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, and then leading up to the event and then actually being in the event, hosting the event, I was nervous. I was nervous in the beginning. I was nervous to really like talk and kind of just talk to people. I never been in a big environment like that. That if I wasn't like doing any public speaking like through my classes or like even through the fraternity itself, I don't know how I would have done that. And I guess after it was more just so that the rules got me nervous. I didn't want people to be like, "Boo! Like, what do you mean I can't do this? Like, what do you mean the rules is that way?" Like, I didn't know how to really explain it the best of the ability, and I hope I did to the greatest extent. But after that, and people were just strolling, and you guys got the ball rolling. I was like, okay, like I was enjoying the music. It felt like it gave me more of a bit of like emph and like energy. And then yeah, I was just like doing well up there, from what I was told. And I guess I calmed myself a little down, especially with the help of the brothers. They kind of like told me like, yo, just there's nothing to be nervous about. Like you have the power. If you want to shut this event down, you could do it yourself. Like like just something like that. I just kind of like got more of a more like energy boost. And then my co-host Lasmelly, like that's one of my our sisters as well and I have a very good relationship with her, so I kind of chose her to help me throughout the process. So that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, so yeah, thank you guys for kind of saying I was pretty much one of the best hosts of 2026.
Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, who said that? Who said
But
that?
yeah, so now like let's talk about the performances that you guys ultimately became the champions of the contest. So congrats to you guys again. How did it feel like kind of to be announced as the champions?
It's a great feeling being first phase. Like you're like,
Right?
wow, this hard work really paid off, and it's just so rewarding to see everybody celebrate with us. And it's just like we can really breathe in, knowing that a nice long rest is coming after this. And then of course, we're like kind of assessing like there's always something that we can do better, but like obviously that's afterwards. But like we always keep challenging ourselves. Like just because we won first place now doesn't mean that we get comfortable. We're just gonna keep doing our very best every time we pop out.
Yeah, of course. It must have
Mm,
been very relieving as well. Like the whole competition, just oh my god, thank you. It's over.
If anything, I would say that's like one of the biggest things that we look forward to. Just like the, oh, it's over finally.
Yeah,
But it's just like a pure like release of adrenaline and excitement, like just to hear, oh my god, you guys won! All of us like
yeah,
jumping and screaming in the corner, and everyone celebrating too. Like everyone just gets hype. So much fun.
yeah, I would say that's one of the best parts. It's just like celebrating with our sisters. Like we're already having so much fun and we're like happy with like what we're doing. And then just like having to share that moment with them is always like so rewarding, and because we're always so grateful that they like show up. Obviously we're all showing up for like LTL and it's a good cause, but at the end of the day, Greek life is like um you choose to partake in it. So, and you choose to
yeah,
put your time into it and go out of your way to do something. So, we really appreciate it when our sisters like come and support us. So then just like having that moment to share with them, it just like it's just a top feeling, I would say.
And it was such a great cause too that we were
Mhm.
not the money was not coming to us. It was going for something greater and really helping out our community and people around the world as well.
yeah. That's great. That's all the event was really about. Just the unity that kind of been throughout the whole event, everybody cheering on each other, especially from like there was a lot of different schools being in attendance, and you guys brought in sisters from different schools. Other people brought in from the same school. Oh, hey, are you gonna go to So You Think You Stroll? Like I get it was pretty much a lot of that. But yeah, no, it was been great to be the host of that event. If I'm ever there again, I would definitely enjoy it as well. But I think what would be like the approach for if you guys want to be added for like the next year of competition? If
Are you guys taking genre suggestions?
yeah, genre suggestions, anything else? Did you
Because
say?
here's my thing, because I feel like if it's a competition about really showing, can you really show to any genre, the genre should be really thinking outside the box. I'm talking about like rock. I'm talking about, I don't know, what are some other
Um, don't take her suggestion, please. I don't know. I don't know
Rock
where
would
she
be
thinks.
crazy.
I'm
rock would
not
be
sure where.
fun.
I'm not sure where she thinks she's going with that. But I think classical music would be fun. It has
That
a
would
beat
be
to it.
fun.
Okay.
Yes.
But also Brazilian funk. I'm
Yes.
just saying.
I think
Brazilian funk, I definitely think would be cool.
the
I'm
TV
standing on
show
that.
genre was really good. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were really excited for that one,
We
and we were a
were.
little bit upset with you when you took it out. But next year, I hope you guys, if you do decide to put it back in, like leave it because that was a fun.
Yeah,
It was different
I
than the
think
rest.
it definitely thought outside the box. I feel like, I mean, if you guys have any other song suggestions for that genre as well, it's like leading up to that day of the event, I think maybe the list of songs were kind of slim to none. So hey, shoot them our way as well. but
Got
but yeah, but anything else? Anything else you want would add to the event in general?
Although I think the bracket idea was cool and everything, it's kind of like, um, oh my God, this is gonna sound like, yeah, we were able to perform like back to back a couple times, but like I feel like, I don't know, maybe giving the other organization maybe one more time, just because we do have to prepare like a stroll and like a performance technically, like it literally is like a performance set for like every
Yeah,
single. It would probably be discouraging to only be able to perform one time and then like all your hard work that you prepare for all these genres like out the drain. But
I
I
know,
guess
I
that
know.
did make it fun. But like I would say, just so that it's not as discouraging, I guess. But still
maybe
be
like
Yeah,
fun.
This
having
might
the
be
words
like,
like eliminated. Like maybe they can choose like a genre that they would like to really show out for. You know.
Something
yeah,
like that.
up for debate,
yeah,
but either like if they do end up losing that round, they can choose to do their national or do a category of their choice that they want to perform. But again, that's like up for debate. I don't know how people would feel about that because I know like a bunch of like sisters or brothers from that org would want to like hop in for their nationals.
The national.
Right.
Zarel said
yeah.
EDM.
For genres.
EDM. Okay, that would be something different. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was definitely this. I don't know, like if I was that organization, like I just perform and then like that's it, like it's over. What do I do? Like that's what we were very much scared of. Like once you perform and hypothetically you lose, like do you stay there? Do you just like it gets tricky. But definitely some room for thought for next year, next year's competition. But yeah, is there any other events you guys have in store coming up? Like any future competitions you guys are preparing for? Anything that you might be able to disclose or like or just in general you guys have been practicing for summer and just like any events?
Um,
Honestly, I feel like after a competition. Oh no, go ahead, Jasmine.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if you were to ask the question, like back, like right after the competition finished, yeah, we were working on preparing for like
Yeah,
fight night and stuff like that, and that was an amazing competition as well. But as of right now, I think we're like we just performed so much during the semester,
semester, yeah,
like Meet the Greeks and competitions, and not just any kind of competition, like really like like big competition where we have to do like separate rounds for and everything. So it took a lot of our time and a lot of our energy. So right now, I think we're just focusing on like relaxing for the
Summer.
summer, World Cup season, FIFA 26, just like vibing, and then we'll get back into it as the semester starts, I guess.
Kind of centering ourselves from the chaos and really taking care of our mental and physical well-being, because it is very strenuous both mentally and physically doing these any competition. So we want to make sure that we are our best to be able to do our best. So now, yeah, summer, we'll see. TBD, the summer is just starting. We'll see what's coming.
Summer is for freestyle strolling. So we're just kind of having fun strolling instead of putting things together for competitions. But other than that, we're working with other sisters, like having our summer workshops, and like even we're having like practices ourselves just to kind of like regroup and get our brain cells back together kind of thing.
I don't know if you guys will be going to any punch outs, but Drip or Drown sounds like something you guys would be there for.
Have the first round August 1st.
Yeah, this
There.
first.
Yeah, nice. Do you guys like? I mean, for the punch outs in general, like, I mean, do you guys like to practice before a lot?
Ideally, yes.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
we like to maybe sometimes refresh because we do be remixing a lot of our strolls.
yeah,
So then we're like, wait, how does that go? Like fully, like full
yeah,
out. If another sister joined the line, what was what was the stroll? So we have to like
yeah.
go back in and just like refresh a little bit, and it comes back quick. But
Yeah. We also got to
um,
keep ourselves accountable, making sure that we are
yeah,
also looking our best in these stroll
Yeah, of
lines,
course.
because can't be out here looking crazy. Like,
Yeah. No, we don't want none of that. But yeah. But no, it's been great. It's been a very much a pleasure of you ladies to come join us in this evening. Thank you for taking the time on your Wednesday night to pretty much talk more about the preparation, the history, and just like in general more about where you guys kind of come from and anything more left in store. But any other questions that you would like want to have for the viewers or just like
I'm curious to know what everyone's favorite round was that we performed, if you guys remember. I know there's a few videos out, but
the
up in
John.
the chat, if there's any genre you remember that we performed that you liked.
Yeah, and
yeah,
follow us on Instagram, LTO_tidal waves, for to check out our performances.
yeah.
Yay!
There's some recaps.
Some recaps, absolutely.
Did you guys post or like very much active on the page as well? Like I don't know if you guys post any of the so you think your show clips or anything
Yes.
We
or
try to
social
be as
media
active as
managers.
we possibly can.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice. You guys have like a whole board of trustees for that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we have our e-board for
Yeah.
Tidal Wave because we do have some office work behind the scenes to put together on top of
yeah,
performing.
nice,
Welcome
nice.
back.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was my computer was bugging out, so I had to free up some memory. So
Oh,
you guys can
Oh
okay.
keep
yeah,
running smooth. But
yeah.
hey, Mikey, you're doing a great job. You didn't need me in
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, we were just pretty much wrapping up like the last topic. They pretty much summertime. It's more light of the practices, but definitely when fall semester come around, I should be seeing tidal wave more often. But yeah,
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes, ladies, keep doing your thing. I'm glad to see that the competition energy is coming back with the strolling and the stepping. Maybe next time we could talk about stepping because I know that's another whole animal. You know, but
Indeed.
I'm glad
And
you guys are bringing it.
hopefully next time you guys will get to see the rest of our team. Some of them aren't here today, unfortunately, but we do have a few other members, and they're great, and we love them.
Now, quick
yeah,
question. So this is the team that gets called in, right? You girls are the special forces, right? When
Yes, we are
we,
the first line of defense.
We're the Avengers.
because we have that too as well. We've always had that. Every chapter you got your strollers and your steppers, but when it's competition time, you got to call in the elites. That's you.
yeah,
That's you guys.
yeah.
Okay. Well, any last words before we wrap up?
um,
Thank you so much
Mm,
for having us. This was so fun.
yeah,
Thank
I
you,
Thank
would
you
thank
say
for
you.
thank
reaching
you
out
for
to us for this.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
I
for
mean,
it. My
no,
bad.
you're good. You're good. I was gonna say thank you for having us, and then just like props to y'all again for like the idea and like the concept of the competition. Cause like truly, I've never. Is right. No, just like in like little words, like I feel like competitions at the end of the day, it's never gonna be like profitable. Like it's always like for the love of the org. So like the prices are always just like, I mean, yeah, sure, but they'll never like really make up for like the amount of work that goes into the things, especially with the amount of members and the amount of like time put into it. But I feel like
Yeah.
the way that you guys are doing it, it's like a really nice idea where you really like put effort into like helping these causes, and I feel like it feels like very great for that to
I'm
like
done
happen
now.
in that way. So props to that.
Yeah,
Like
definitely
the
a different
concept.
idea and like very refreshing to, do
Yeah.
a competition in a different style. So thank you for inviting us back 2 years in a row. Looking forward to the next one. And we're so glad that you guys had us on to talk
We
about it.
lost him.
Oh no, he's gone.
Now next year you guys got to defend your title. Are you ready? 'Cause they're gonna come for you.
That's the plan, but we'll work.
We
We'll
shall have
see.
fun on the
TBD,
stage.
TBD.
All right, ladies. So we'll wrap it up. Hang out backstage so all the videos can upload in good quality. And thank you everybody that tuned in. This is episode 1. We're working out the kinks, but thank you for being our first guest. I hope this is not the last time. Here he is.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened with my computer. It might have died, but I just want to say thank you, ladies, for joining us, and to check out our
I can't
page. Like
hear
we're
him
gonna,
again.
you can't hear me, or am I good? Okay. Well, Nayeli, you won't hear me, but um, just thank you guys for joining us. We're starting like this new podcast to pretty much shed light on like different organizations around just different Greek organizations. I know in New Jersey, you guys are pretty much known here, but just shed more light on different organizations and collab with them. And I know one of the biggest ways was the So You Think It's Show competition because we kind of brought in a different mix of like all the organizations around Rutgers, but then also for people to come watch them as well. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much post this on our Instagram and to put more clips of this podcast.
Mm.
And if you guys would like to check it out, you can follow us on UpFam Mixer, right? Prod, I believe. Yeah, UpFam Mixer Prod. So yeah,
All right, everybody. So I'm gonna close it up. Hang out backstage, and to the next one, to episode 2. Thank you.
Thank you
Good
guys.
night. Thank you.
lock it. All right.